Welcome to the Business Growth Club. Here we empower small businesses like yours to grow and scale with insight, education and advice. We work with hundreds of entrepreneurs like you every single day, and we bring their questions and learnings to this podcast to help more business owners to grow and thrive. In today's session, we answer the question, should you work with a business coach? I'm your host today, Mick Foster from Purple Yak, the business coaching firm behind the Business Growth Club. So many entrepreneurs, whether they're beginners or they've been doing this for a few years, will raise their hand and say, I need help. And they ask themselves, is it worth hiring a business coach to help them through their business journey? Well, in today's session, we're going to discuss the following. Is it worth considering a business coach? How to know how much to spend on a coach? And finally, how to get the most out of the experience if you choose to work with a business coach. This is a big investment, both in time and money. And you need to make sure that you're making the right choice. Sometimes you'll spend money on things that you don't need yet, and you'll also spend on things that you should have done a long time ago. We're going to make sure today you know if your timing is right and how to move forward with a business coach. I want to start by saying that business coaching is a market like any other market. If you were to hire a contractor to work on your home, or an accountant to do your business taxes, or even attend a yoga class, you're going to have good, high quality, good value people that deliver their services. And you're going to have some people that don't. If you're going down this path and you're going to work with a business coach, you should be doing your due diligence. You have to look for the right coach, not somebody who's getting results, but someone who can get those results for you. Even though we are a business coaching firm, I have a business coach too, Steve Moretti. I've worked with Steve for the last few years now. And before we worked with him, we did a lot of research on the kind of businesses he'd worked with, other companies that were at the same level as us, maybe even in the same market, to find out, was he able to help them out and at what level. Your coach may be able to help you get from point A to point B and maybe even point C, but rarely does a coach know how to get you all the way to Z. They're able to get you to certain stages, so understand when you sign up with a coach, they're not going to be able to answer all your problems. They're going to help you if they're qualified. But it's almost impossible to find someone who can really specialise in all stages of business. For example, we help startups and small businesses reach over $1 million in revenue each year, with a cap on up to 5 to 6 million. Anything over that, we recommend other business coaches that specialise in that arena. Moving from 7 figures to multiple 7 figures is a different ball game and requires a robust organisation building out, which isn't our sweet spot as a coaching firm. Next thing is to consider, can you afford a coach? Because some of the coaches out there, they're really not cheap, they're expensive. Sometimes there are hundreds, even thousands of pounds per month. The most important thing to get into your mindset is that you need to see this as an investment. And if you put money up, you'll be able to get that money back in return, but with a profit. You need to make more money than you're spending. That's just business 101. You're probably asking yourself, how will I know that? How would you actually know that you're getting a return on your investment? Well, you have to ask. You have to ask that business coach who should give you examples, case studies, and even someone you can actually go ahead and ask that they've coached before and say, hey, tell me about what they did. What was the investment? Not only in terms of money, but time and effort. What did you have to implement to get the results that you got? And what are those results? You need to know the specifics, actual pounds and pence. What did they put in and what did they get out of it? Otherwise, you're not going to know how much this is actually worth to you. Choose a coach who can offer you a flexible payment plan if you need one. Also, check if they offer a guarantee on their work. If you can't afford it, wait until you're in a better financial situation so you can invest in that coaching. Now, if you can afford it, the best coaches will offer you some sort of trial run or guarantee where if you don't see the results in a certain amount of time, a couple of months, let's say, maybe 3 or 4, 6 months, that you will either give them a refund or cancel the contract or even offer continuous coaching for free until they start to see the results. The point here is that they put their money where their mouth is. If a coach isn't willing to do that, then they're probably not really worth considering. Great coaches will do that. But of course, you've got to do your part too. And that's where it gets really interesting. The coach can only do so much. If I'm a football coach and I'm coaching a bunch of football players, if I tell them to do certain drills and they don't do them, if they don't actually run up and down the pitch, they're just not going to get any better. So there's going to be a lot of work involved on your side for the coaching to work. So if you don't have the time, the bandwidth, the energy to do it right now, then you're asking for trouble. You're asking for disappointment. You need to make sure that you can carve out that time, whether that's in person for coaching or online, any learning videos that you might have to watch, live calls, homework, etc. I know when I do my business coaching with Steve, there's lots of work involved. There's a lot of time that I need to put aside to get through a few strategies that he actually recommends that I should implement in my business. So it's not just that I'm going to pay this person money and then magic will happen. No, you're going to have to put in a lot of effort, a lot of time. Make sure you have that time and effort before entering into a coaching agreement. Otherwise, you're not really going to get a lot out of it. So let's wrap this up. Should you hire a coach? If they're well vetted, they're well qualified, if they've got results for other businesses similar to yours, they've helped businesses get to where you want to get to in your revenue, they're ethical, they're known for getting results, then absolutely. If you've coached them before and it didn't go great, then don't be discouraged. Take smaller commitments. Try the coach out for a few months. If it doesn't work and you don't get your results, just say goodbye. If you've had a coach in the past and it's worked very well, then you're probably on the side of getting a coach is really good business. A coach can give you a good outside view of your business and show you where it can be strengthened. The right coach can make a difference. Hopefully you find that helpful today. If you've got any burning questions or there's any topics that you'd like to hear on the podcast, please reach out on our social channels or email me, michael@purpleyak.co.uk. Thanks so much for listening today, and I'll catch you on the next episode. I'll see you then. Take care.